Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is something that I'm really excited for. Xencelabs, I think that's how you say it, sent me one of their tablets to try, and I was super excited for this because I've actually just bought Clip Studio Paint as well, and this came just in time for me to try it out. So obviously we are starting off with an unboxing video, and as always this is a really nice box. I always love a good box. Everything was packaged really nicely, and this comes with more than just a tablet. It also comes with a carrying case, 2 pens, a box to carry the pens in with a load of spare nibs, and they even give you different nib types. So there's the plastic nib and the felt nib. I usually stick with the plastic nib. I find that works best for me, but I do want to try the felt nib at some point. I've heard some people say that it's makes a nicer drawing experience. It also comes with a, I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but it's kind of like a remote control, and you can set it up in your workspace to do multiple actions. So you can use it to zoom in on layers, undo, add certain things depending on what program you're using. This again was super easy to set up. I had absolutely no trouble adding this to my laptop. I did uninstall any other tablet drivers that I might have had because I did have the XP Pen driver, and I did delete that or uninstall it just so nothing would interfere with each other. And but again, like, absolutely no problem, super easy installing it. And something really cool about this is that it's actually wireless, and I love stuff that is wireless. One of the reasons is I like to be able to move my workstation. It's one of the reasons I like my iPad so much, because I'm able to take it wherever I want to go, whether I want to sit in the living room or sit at my desk. So this, you know, not having like a load of wires. If I see wires on my desk, it interferes with my whole workflow. I can't stand wires, so I hate seeing them. So this is actually wireless, it charges up, and I will say it took me ages to work out how the wireless function worked, and that's because it actually comes with like a little extra dongle that you plug into your laptop or your computer. I had loads of trouble trying to find out, oh, is it Bluetooth? Is it something else? No, it was just me being stupid. It's literally in the pen case, the wireless dongle. So, you know, I think that says more about me than the tablet. But, you know, after I eventually found out that that is how it worked, you know, it works like a dream, and it's so nice. The pressure sensitivity is really good. I find I have to like recalculate my brain to fit drawing on a tablet again, not a screen tablet, but like the more common tablet that a lot of beginner artists use. Although I wouldn't say this is for beginners. It does have quite a big price tag. It is $328, I checked, but I'll check again and put it in the video description. And I think it is because it comes with a lot more stuff, especially like the remote control itself. I know it's not called that. I don't know what it's called. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the remote control, that alone. There is something similar called a toolbox, and I know that's quite expensive to buy separately, and this comes in the bundle. And I will say the remote control works very nicely. I find though that I didn't need it for the way that I work, because again, the less stuff I have on the desk, the better I work. So I didn't use it, but it is a very nice addition for some people who would like that kind of thing. I have an easier time learning keyboard shortcuts and everything like that. So that's why I'm kind of getting on with Clip Studio all right, because I know a lot of shortcuts already. I am struggling a bit with Clip Studio. It is a fantastic program, and I'll talk a bit more about that when I do the drawing, but yeah, it's a great program, but I am just struggling a little bit. It's a bit overwhelming, especially the user interface. But back to the tablet, again, it's really easy to set up. It has this really cool like LED light system, and you can program it where it will show different colors depending on the application that you are using, and I think that is really cool. It definitely feels like they took into consideration artists and what artists like, especially digital artists. The way that the tablet even is designed is that it's actually got a beveled edge where you would rest your hand. So instead of resting your hand on a hard ledge, it kind of smooths down to a nice thin bevel, and you're able to rest your arm really comfortably on it. And I think that is a really cool design. And the best thing, the thing that I like the most, and I'll be showing I'll be showing off a lot in this video, is the actual texture of the tablet. It does say, when you get the first little note, it does say that they took into consideration the way artists like a more paper-like feel, and it is really nice to draw, and it's got this nice tooth while still feeling smooth. I think that's why I like the plastic nib for the pen, is because I do like a little bit of smoothness when I draw. If it's too gritty, I find it fucks me up a little bit. But yeah, the actual drawing surface is really, really nice, and it makes me want to get like a matte screen protector for my iPad, because the iPad sometimes is a little bit too smooth for me and I struggle making drawings and stuff. But yeah, the tablet, the battery power on it is really good. I don't know how many hours I've spent on this, because I've had quite a few little practice rounds of doing some sketches and trying out Clip Studio. I think it's still at 60%, and I've had like 10 hours on this. It might depend on how intensive your workflow is, but I have, this battery is really good. I haven't had to charge it once yet. I'm gonna check the battery power. So I think I've been doing a drawing for about, I've been using it for drawing for about 10 hours maybe 12 even, because I've had a lot of practice with it. Yeah, it's at 64%. That is amazing. As I said, it comes with the spare nibs and 2 pens. I prefer the thin pen. I think the thick pen, or the 3-button pen, is probably more ergonomic. I know I'm saying that wrong. Ergonomic. Basically, it's more comfortable for your hand, that's all I'm gonna say. And I haven't used it because I do prefer the thin pen. I like it because it feels like a biro and it's very light. I know a lot of people do prefer heavier pens and things, but I kind of like the light one. Speaking of weight, the tablet is quite heavy. Not like, you can lift it up with one hand, obviously, but it feels very solid and well made. And I just checked how long it is supposed to last, and apparently a full charge will make the tablet last 25 to 52 hours, or 53 hours to be very specific. So I'm excited to see if it does actually last that long. I think it will by the way that I've been using it. Oh yeah, and 8,000 pressure levels. I'm not quite sure what that would be on like the iPad, because I do see a difference between me putting the pen on the tablet versus me putting on the pen on the iPad. Not a lot of difference, but it seems that you only need to push very lightly on this tablet before you start seeing a line on the your drawing. That's the only way I can describe pressure levels. I don't really understand. It's more about how I feel rather than actual specifics. That being said, you can do a lot of alteration. There's even advanced settings to be able to adjust the tablet and the pressure sensitivity to your liking, and I haven't mucked about with it too much because at the minute I'm kind of comfortable with how it is. So obviously now that we've talked about the tablet, and I would like to say a big thank you for Xencelabs for sending me this. It is something I'm definitely going to be using. I find it way more enjoyable than a screen tablet even, because I did like the XP pen a lot. But again, it's a lot of wires, and screen tablets, I feel like this is going to be a hot take, but I think they might be bad for your back. With the way that I've set up my tablet now and my laptop, I feel much more comfortable. I'm not hunching over a screen, which is something I do a lot. It's different with an iPad because I can kind of sit in the chair with it on my knee and draw like that. I draw scrunched up like a shrimp. So now I do have a very comfortable setup, and I'm very sorry if I've angered any screen tablet users. You know, they are very good, but they are not made for me. Like, I did really love the XP pen, but it's just not for me. However, I did give it to my cousin, and I think he is enjoying it because he is very good at art as well, and hopefully he'll be able to set that up and enjoy using it. So yeah, it didn't go to waste, it got passed on to someone who needed it. So the funny thing is, this tablet, because it is so nice, it actually gave me art block, and let me explain, is that when I am given something nice to review, I want to give a very good video, and I want to make a really good picture that kind of showcases that this is a good tablet. The only trouble is I have been in a terrible art block for quite a while now. You know, nothing looks right. I'm considering changing everything that I do in my whole life just because one line doesn't look right. And so I got very stressed because I obviously wanted to make a good picture. It might be because I'm not used to Clip Studio Paint, which by the way is a fantastic program. I really, really like it. But again, I've got to get used to it because I would like to use it more. Again, I gotta recalibrate my brain or something to use it. The funny thing is, I actually gave up on the previous drawing and didn't want to finish it. I hated it. So I moved on to a different drawing, which is what you see me drawing now. And I'm actually drawing Jinx from Arcane because I watched that, really enjoyed the characters. I love Jinx. I love unhinged characters like her. So I decided to draw her. And the funny thing is, when I first started this drawing, I thought, oh no, I'm gonna hate this one as well, because this was what I originally had planned to draw for this review. But I really ended up hating my first try at inking this on Clip Studio. Hated it. Put it in the trash, started the other drawing, hated that one, put that in the trash and brought this one back out of the trash so I could finish it. And I actually really I do like how this came out. I feel like I captured her energy, her unhinged but tragic energy, and I enjoyed the inking of this. I did struggle just a little bit with trying a different brush for this one. I think this is from a different brush pack. The other one was called the Sim inking brush. And I'm looking back at the first drawing I did. It's not too bad, but there's a lot of anatomy mistakes. I was trying to push for a more intense perspective, but it just made the hands and feet look kind of wonky. So the other character was supposed to be like a new mascot for my channel, so I don't have to show my face anymore. But I'm kind of redesigning them, and maybe I'll show them in a different video. But yeah, using Clip Studio Paint, I am struggling a bit with, I think the sketching in Clip Studio is what I struggle with. I think I definitely prefer Procreate for sketching and doing a more refined sketch. I think this is probably why I like this Jinx drawing better, because I made time to refine the sketch a bit more so I would know how to ink it. And like I said, I like the pose and colouring. I do like colouring in Clip Studio. Doing the flat colours, kind of annoying. I'm sure there's an easy way to do it. But the actual colouring, like adding the shading and all the skin tones and everything, I really enjoyed doing like her makeup. and her hair, doing all those shading and highlights. And yeah, the eventual thing I actually really liked. I hated it when I started, but I'm happy with the end result. And that's kind of what I was trying to talk about. If I'm given something to review and I don't make something that I class as good with it, I feel like that reflects very badly on the product when it is not the product. It's just me putting pressure on myself to make something good, to show off the capabilities of the thing that I have been sent. So maybe that makes sense. That being said, I love the Xencelabs tablet. Honestly love it. It came at the perfect time for when I just bought Clip Studio as well, and I'm gonna be using it in future, definitely. I have a lot of plans of what I'd like to draw now on Clip Studio especially. I find it's really good for illustration and definitely inking, but not so much for sketching. But I'll probably find a way around that, and it will probably become my favourite, because I used to hate, well, I didn't hate drawing on the iPad, but I didn't like it, and then all of a sudden something clicks in my brain, and then I don't use anything else at all, and I will just use that one thing to draw with. I know I said I wasn't interested in screen tablets, but I am still interested in reviewing them, and I have heard that Xencelabs will be doing screen tablets in future, and I hope they might consider for me to be able to review one. I don't know if they'd be able to make a wireless one like they've made with the tablet, because this is what I love so much about this tablet, the fact that it is wireless and that I could sit across the room and draw. I don't have to be next to my laptop, and the fact that it is so portable. So if they made a screen tablet, and I have no idea how they would do it, but if they made it wireless, I would be really interested in that. I'm kind of excited to see what other things they'll make, because I don't know, I love this tablet. It's quickly become one of my favorite drawing tools. So we're getting close to the end of the video, and I'm not quite sure what to talk about because I haven't made a 20-minute video in a long time. I find it difficult to find stuff to talk about while making a longer video, because I know a lot of people do like longer videos, and according to the YouTube algorithms, which are very annoying, your video is more likely to be promoted if it's longer. So it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have now, it's more about how long your video is. So I'm not sure how true that is, but I'm gonna try and make longer videos anyway. I do have another video planned for this. It shouldn't take too long to come out after this one, but I have a lot of plans for future videos, and hopefully I can get around to them. I know I make a lot of promises, but honestly, it's just, I have so many ideas, and it is so difficult finding the energy and motivation for each idea. Yeah, the picture, ended up really loving the picture. I'm really surprised with myself. I haven't been doing a lot of finished illustrations lately. I've mostly been doing sketches and character designs, but nothing kind of final like this. The thing is though, as much as I like Clip Studio Paint, I found that I like doing the After Effects in Procreate, because I found difficulty trying to find like adding noise and chromatic aberration, I think it's called. So what I did, I saved this and then I sent it over to my iPad and added all those After Effects. I probably went overboard with them, especially with the background. I added like a half tone, chromatic aberration, noise, all that. But I think it really suits the background. The background is definitely supposed to be chaotic, which is kind of like showing Jinx's chaotic nature, because she has such a fascinating character arc and development, and I just really wanted to show that in the drawing. What's funny, it's been a few days since I've actually been drawing on Clip Studio Paint, and I've actually missed I miss those line art brushes. The line art brushes are so good in this program. I have so many ideas of what I want to draw now, and the colouring, I ended up really loving some of the painting brushes, especially like I think it's just the default soft paintbrush. I love adding all like the highlights and shadows with it. It feels good to draw with. And with that, I think this drawing is finished. So let's have a look at the final picture. If you enjoyed the video, please like. If you want to see more, maybe subscribe, and I hope you'll enjoy what you see. I'd also like to tell you about my Patreon. My Patreon, for just £3 a month, you will get access to sneak peeks at upcoming projects and exclusive sketches that I don't post anywhere else. I've been putting a lot of character designs on there. I also post illustrations on there when they're finished before anywhere else, so you'll get access to a lot of stuff before anyone else sees it. Speaking of Patreon, a big thank you to the people who are already subscribed. They are really helping me out because I have been struggling a bit with supporting myself, but their support means so much to me, and I just want to give them a big thank you for sticking with me. Hopefully you will enjoy the other things that I'm going to bring to you. And with that, I will end this video. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.